Okay, so let's go over what your reimbursement form, or some people call it a super bill. Let's go over exactly what your reimbursement form should entail to get your patient the best opportunity to be able to get reimbursed for your cash-based services. So a lot of standard clinics will use a 1590 form. So I just kind of modified that. A lot of standard insurance clinics want the 1590 form done. It's just an annoying piece of paperwork. So what I did is just modeled it and organized it and added some stuff to fit for my cash-based practice. And this is an example of what I use at my clinic, Pursuit Physical Therapy. So I just call it a patient reimbursement form. I state that it's a modified 1590 form. And I have my opening statement, which is this. This is to verify that patient has received and paid for the services provided in their plan of care while at Pursuit Physical Therapy. This patient has paid in full out of pocket for the services provided at Pursuit Physical Therapy. This form provides all the necessary information for the patient to submit a claim to their insurance company for reimbursement or application to their deductible. This form, along with receipts, should be provided to the patient's insurance company. Please provide any payment or reimbursement directly to the patient. So that's what I say, or that's my statement there, because I don't want them sending it to me. I want them to send the reimbursement form to the patient. So that's my first statement. So to just kind of organize this I have the patients fill out the patient info. Okay, they can fill out this stuff at home. And then I have them fill out their health insurance info. Okay, and they are responsible for actually doing that as they submit their claim to their health insurance. Next is going to be the provider info. Okay, this is the stuff that you have to do. You have to have your facility name, you have to have your address, your facility type, and there's a code for that. Outpatient physical therapy code is code 11. The actual provider, and then the provider's license number, which I took my information off of here. You should have your tax ID or your EIN number, and then your national provider number also, okay? So this goes under the tab for the provider info, okay? So that's my first page right there. And again, I have this stuff filled out already, and then I have the patient and fill out the first two boxes there. So next is the services provided. So I have 3 spaces here for ICD-10 codes, and I'll fill this in depending on what the patient has, whether it's 1, 2, or 3 diagnoses, okay? So next is going to be the data service, the CPT code, units, cost per unit, and the charges. They do want to see the cost per unit and the units. It's super annoying. That's why I keep this standardized and simple as possible. So remember that there are new eval codes versus easy, medium, and complex evals. So make sure that your CPT code for the evaluation is it. And we're just going to use the example here as a 150 a visit. So the data service, the eval code, it's 1 unit, and the charges, whatever you charge for the actual eval. For this example, we're saying $150. So then they do want you to break it down into different codes and how many units per code and the cost per code and the total charge. So I only do 2 things. I do manual therapy and Therex. I keep it simple, stupid. So on the 17th was the first visit. I did manual therapy, 2 units. I just say I charge $150 a visit. So I did 2 units of manual, 2 units of Therex, bam, 150. And then the next visit was on the 27th. I did the same thing. I do the same thing every time. It's just manual therapy and Therex. So I keep it simple. And then I did it again. So that they were here for three visits. The plan is to discharge to home exercise program. The total charge is $450. And then I have a electronic signature here. And this is what my patients get, plain and simple. This is what they get with after they completed their plan of care. And this is my outline form of what I use at my clinic for a reimbursement form. So just let me know if you have any questions or concerns about this. Just put them in the comment box below. And thank you for tuning in.